Hello and welcome. If you are learning English and living in Canada or the United States, you have come to the right place, especially if you want to improve your pronunciation and maybe have more of a North American accent. Hi, my name is Jessie. I'm an accent coach and I help English learners improve their pronunciation, reduce the foreign accent if that's what they want, and have more of an American accent. So, a quick note what's going on today. I'm just going to quickly see if I can mirror my camera so you can see this. We're going to have announcements. Then I'm going to talk about something that I was inspired by dealing with some I don't like the word dealing. Some inspiration I got from some of my clients, some stuff that we're working through. And then accent diaries. I am on my own accent reduction journey, and I have something really important to share with you. It's how to get results faster. Here, I might be doing some other stuff, and then we're going to have shadow time. And then we may or may not finish with some judge my accent. So, Judge My Accent videos. We're gonna be listening to Reddit. I will be, and you guys can guess the accent, and I will give some feedback. So in between each part, there will be an option for you guys to ask me questions. I'll check the comments on YouTube, on Facebook, and yeah, so let's get started. Just some quick announcements. As always, if you have a question that you would like me to answer in an upcoming live, submit a question. The link is down below in my YouTube video, probably also Facebook. My next 5-week accent group program starts November 17th. So if you're interested, check it out. And another thing, I have not announced it publicly yet. I will on my Instagram, but because I'm starting this group coaching program and I'm wanting to build testimonials and get feedback, I am willing to give 3 people a very hefty discount, a really nice discount. Let's say like a really nice one. So if you are interested in joining the next group of people, the next cohort, feel free to message me on Instagram and let me know that you're interested and you're willing to give honest feedback and an honest testimonial, and I can hook you up with a nice discount. This is because I'm starting this program for the first time. This will not be available in the future, or it probably won't. So this is the time. The next 4-day TH Mastery Challenge is December 8th. So if you want to master the TH and join us in the next 4-day challenge, comment TH Challenge and you'll be able to join us. I'll share with you how to join us. So I think we're going to go to client inspiration. I am working on a roadmap, accent roadmap and report. So just to explain what that is, when I work with a client, I assess their accent. When I first work with them one on one, even in the group coaching program, I will have a report that I'll fill out sharing what are the main sounds or aspects that are holding them back from sounding more American, if that's their goal. Um, and then for one on one clients, I will give them the report after. So I will share what they've improved on and what are my future recommendations for them to continue to reduce their accent. And I was filling one out this morning with for one of my students. There's some things that are very, hmm, I would say more of an issue. Like I would say, work on this sound or work on this aspect. By doing that, you'll really change your accent. And because I've worked with this person long enough, I can also see and hear different details that kind of that don't sound American. And these details, I'm like, I don't know if I would say you need to work on them, but you can if you want. So if you watch my other video on what's your real accent goals, you'll know that I classified people, English learners, into people who don't want who want to improve their pronunciation just enough to be clear, but they want to keep their accent. Right? You have people that are you just don't understand at all, and that's different. But they wanna keep their accent, but they wanna be understood. Then you have people that wanna improve their pronunciation and their accent to keep they still wanna keep their accent, a medium accent, but, they wanna reduce it. Then you have the other group of people. These are the people that I usually work with, and these are people that want to have a near native accent or have an accent that sounds like an American, like a native English speaker that's American. This is really hard to get to. Um, and I ask people to really assess their goals. Is their goal to be just understood? They want to keep their accent rather thick. Do they want to have a medium accent? Or do they want to have a very light, too little to nothing at all? And that's going to help you know if you should work on something or not. Because, as I mentioned in my other video as well, I'll link it down below for my YouTubers, my YouTube watchers. Once you get to the end of your accent reduction journey, it is so much work to make little changes in their accent, in your accent. Same thing for me. If I want to have a 100% native accent in another language, I have to ask myself, do I really want to put in that much time, that much effort, that much practice into just making itty bitty changes? This is something that you have to decide or not. Like I mentioned, in my second language, I want to be 98, 99, or 100% native sounding. In my third language, I don't really care. I want to be understood. I don't really want to have a thick English accent, but you have to ask yourself. But for me in my second language, I'm willing to put in the effort to be almost perfect. Maybe not perfect enough to know my masculine and feminine and have it 100% of the time, but I do want to be like 99%, correct. 99%, or at least like 99 to 100% perfect accent, right? Even if I make masculine and feminine mistakes grammatically. So that's something to consider. You have to ask yourself, what is your end goal and is it worth it? Right? So I would say if you have big issues that you can change your accent fairly easily, you might want to change it. If you're near the end, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And what kind of accent do you really want to have, right? So, um, as always, I want you guys to know that I have a free guide that I have for people who are interested. So, if you want to accelerate your accent reduction journey and start making lasting changes to your accent, with my top 5 accent reduction tips, write in the comments top tips, and I will share with you how to get that free guide. And that's for YouTube people because I have TikTok watching and I unfortunately can't answer them on TikTok. All right. Next, I'm going to check to see if there's any comments because I did see a very quick comment. And if you do have a question, feel free to ask. So I mean, said, hi, Jess. Hello. Good evening. It is morning here in Canada, but I will say good evening to you. Good morning from Canada. It's nice to see people here. So thank you for saying hello. All right. Next, we are going to do a little entry to my diary, accent diaries. As you guys know, I am trying to improve and perfect my accent in my second language. And I've learned something. I've realized something over the past week that I want to share with you if you are trying to improve your accent. Okay. So, my accent reduction diaries, this is an entry. And this is I wish I would have done it sooner. I think I wasted a lot of years where I could have had many years of speaking French. For you guys, it might be English, or you could reduce it to months, maybe even weeks to make the same changes. I wish I would have done this sooner. And that is, I wish I would have taken my own advice and listened to myself speak in the language that I'm trying to improve my accent. I started my own accent reduction diaries on another YouTube channel where I talk on video and I'm listening back to it, and I'm like, "Whoa, I didn't know I sounded like that." I knew I sounded like that, but I didn't know it was that bad. I didn't know there were that many sounds that I didn't realize that I was being really sloppy and mispronouncing. And I challenge you guys, if you are serious about improving your accent in English, I challenge you to make videos in English. I mean, if you're courageous, put it publicly and let me know. Like, tag me in your Instagram stories and share it. But I challenge you to make videos in English and listen to yourself. Listen, be like, what am I mispronouncing? What am I pronouncing that sounds like my native language more so than American English? I think if you're like me, you will hear things and you're like, whoa. And the fact that I know next time, every time I make a video, I know I'll be listening to it. I know I'll be evaluating it. I'm a lot more careful in how I speak. And of course, on top of that, like I mentioned, you can listen to your own English and probably hear pronunciation mistakes. But there's a limit. Once you get to a certain stage, there are certain sounds you just cannot hear. And that's why it's good sometimes to hire somebody to be an accent coach, a pronunciation coach, whatever. And that's why I hired somebody to help me in my accent reduction journey because I need a native speaker to listen for things that I cannot hear. But there are a lot of things that I can hear that I didn't know I could hear until now. So I challenge you. I challenge you. If you want to improve your English, record yourself, make a video, listen to it, and critique it. I think you'll be really surprised. And if you've ever done this, let me know in the comments. Have you noticed a difference? I'm just going to end this here with a quick sponsored post by myself, and that's all about my 5-week program. So check it
Are
out.
you an English learner living in the United States or Canada and you want to improve your accent? You no longer want your pronunciation and accent to be a barrier to the job that you actually want. You want to be able to converse in social settings without thinking about what you mispronounce. I'm Jessie, I'm an accent coach, and I too live in my second language, and that language is French. And I know what it's like to live in a foreign language and to know that you have an accent and that you're mispronouncing something, but you don't quite know what is off. I know what it's like to struggle and to have those desires and dreams, and that's why I created my 5-week accent group coaching program, which I also call my 5-week boot camp, where English learners who want to really focus on their accent and have momentum in their accent reduction journey can come together and work on their accent. If you have any other questions, let me know. But if you're ready to go, let's go. Click down below and join us.
All right, so that was a little promo video for my 5-week program. This is for people who want to really invest in their accent reduction journey. It's going to be 5 weeks of, I would say, higher intensity. So this is kind of like if you want to take 5 weeks and say, you know what, I dedicate this to really working on my accent. We have 2 group students per week, and then we have two times per week that I give you feedback on your accent. I tell you, this is what sounds off. Let's work on this. I give you live feedback in the Zoom calls. It's not for everyone. Not everyone can afford to invest in themselves in this aspect. But I also have free stuff. So as you can see right here along the screen, I have a free guide with my top 5 tips. So if you would like to accelerate your accent reduction journey and really make lasting and permanent changes in your accent, write top tips. Top tips in the comments of my YouTube video, and I will share with you how to get that free guide. So I'm going to check out the comments and see if there are any questions because I see there's 9 other comments. And of course, YouTube is priority. That's what I'm answering the questions from. I may check YouTube or TikTok once in a while. I see that I have 86 people watching on 91 watching on TikTok, but I'm sorry. I can't really. Someone says, sorry, good morning. That's okay. It's evening where you are, and that is perfect. Uh, Hi from Italy, says Linda. Pic- oh, I was trying to say the name. Picolvroas. Is that how you say it? Maybe. Something I'll say. You guys may or may not know. I'm going to share it. It's actually really interesting. So, Italy, Italy in American English, in American, I say American. I'm Canadian, okay? But I'm talking in North American English. People want to know how to talk with American English. Italy. In American English, we often have the flap T. This turns into a fast D. Did you guys know that? Italy. Italy. But if I say this, if I say this, it's a T. Okay, so just know that we can do the flap D on Italy. So you're in Italy. That's cool. That means that you're Italian. Italians live in Italy. Notice the D, notice the T sound. All right, so Italy, Italian. Italy, Italian. They're Italians in Italy. Just a little fun lesson, I guess, and awesome. Ciao. Buongiorno. All right, good afternoon, Teacher Jess. I'm talking. Oh, you're watching from Mozambique. I know where that is. That's really cool. From Facebook. For Facebook, I got a lot of Facebook comments. Hi, Reynolds Thomas. And it's so cool to see people from it's so cool to see people who live in Canada. I am from Canada too. So hello from Vancouver, Canada. Top tips. I love that you said that. I'm going to look really quickly to get my top tips guide. I don't know if you can click on it as a live link, but I'm going to respond right now. If not, I'm going to put it in the replay. So you want top tips? I will share with you how to get your top tips guide. Usually I say this for okay, I'm going to post it everywhere. You guys are going to see it on everywhere. By everywhere, I mean YouTube and Facebook, not TikTok. So sorry. So that's if you want to get a free top tips guide. It's my free guide to help you make lasting and permanent changes to your accent in a faster way. Mila, I love that you live in Canada. That's so amazing. I mean, thank you for the kind words. I am from Canada. Yes, I am. And I see hi. I love it. Markin Wotowitz. Wotowitz. I think it's Wotowitz. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but cool from Poland. I like it. I love seeing people from like the Slavic countries. From Pakistan, love it. All right, I got a really good comment. Well, I haven't read it, but from what I see, it's really neat. I've started learning English in 2016. So I've been learning since 2016, or I started learning in 2016, and I still struggle with this tongue. I know it's not easy. I cannot express myself. I'm not afraid of speaking. English is just a very hard language. Since you're from Poland as well, right? Do you guys have a totally different alphabet? Sorry, I'm thinking of like Ukraine, but it's not. Okay. Anyways, it's hard. It's a different language. But mm, let me know, what is your biggest struggle? Is it the pronunciation or is it learning how to speak spontaneously? Because I can give you advice depending on what your problem is, right? Is this yes, this is a live stream. Yes, yes. Great. Yeah, from D to T to D. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Someone said, "Do you speak Spanish?" Sí, hablo español. Es mi tercera lengua. So Spanish is my third language, and French is my second. Oh, there's more. All right, Houston. We got someone from Houston. I love it. Live by Grace. I love the photo as well. Hi, teacher. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. Um, so hi, teacher. Although I know many words, when I start a conversation, I can't use it. I would say it's just a question of practice. So if you want to find an English or language partner, or even if it's like an app, I know I have an app. I put the link down below to the app that you can use if you want a language partner that corrects you. It's an AI language partner. And I really think we learn words, but it's really by using them that we start to incorporate them into our I don't know, just the way we talk, and there's meaning that comes with it. I would say just practice. I know it's hard, especially if you memorize words, but if you start conversing and then you have to learn words to make sense, I feel like that's really the way that language and vocabulary like happens and is solidified and like gets meaning. I'm hoping that makes sense. All right. Um okay. So you said yeah, speaking spontaneously. With that, just practice. I don't know if I feel like there might be a group. There has to be a group in your city, but I feel like Poland has groups like that. So I don't know where you guys are, but in a lot of cities across the world, there will be language meetups. These are events where people come and they practice different languages. So sometimes you'll see like multilingual meetups where you'll go to an event, there'll be a table or group of people speaking French, there'll be another group speaking English, another one speaking German, Spanish, and then you can go to the table where you practice. That's a great way to really practice. Or you can get language partners that you meet online. But really, when it comes to speaking spontaneously, it has to do with getting practice. Yes, being making mistakes and being nervous and thinking about your words at first, but it becomes less and less difficult. Oh, Linda, yo también. You speak Spanish. Um, yeah. And then I see there are a lot of structures in the language which I still don't know and I cannot find them anywhere. Yeah, like for grammar, you mean like grammar references and stuff like that, reference books? I should create a blog post with my favorite grammar books and accent books and all that. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard learning another language. I know what it's like. Um, what else can I say? Again, like I mentioned, I do have an app that I use. Is down the description of YouTube where you can speak with an AI chatbot and they correct you if you set the settings to be corrected. So that's something you could do as well. Just a thought. Just a thought if that's something that interests you. Because I know when we're learning a language and when we make mistakes, it's feedback, constant feedback that we need. When it comes to Polish, the Polish language, if you know a lot of words, you can communicate. There's not an order in sentence. Yeah, there's some there's some languages where it's like there's not a lot of grammar rules, so you can just kinda, say whatever and it's understood, but we have a lot of rules. We have a lot of rules. So, it's hard. I've been practicing yeah, I've been practicing a lot, but I don't know how to be correct. I would say get somebody, whether it be a real person or an AI chatbot that corrects you whenever you say something, so that you could start to self-correct. I know when I've worked with students in conversation classes, the first time I correct them with a mistake, I'll say, "Can you see the mistake?" Because I write it. And they're like, I don't know." But then after a few times, they're like, "Oh, I know the mistake." The brain starts to see what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. And then with time of getting constant feedback and just reinforcing those, like, patterns, it starts to become automatic, right? So I'm hoping that helps. I know it's not easy, especially when the language is really not similar. Um, I know what it's like. My 4th language is Ukrainian, and it's hard. It's really hard. It's really different. Alright, so I'm gonna go back to I think we're gonna go to the shadow time. Yep, we're gonna go to shadow time. So ready for shadow time. I'm gonna get rid of this and that, and we are going to somebody said they wanna practice. Well, they said they had a job interview, so we missed it. Um, but I'm going to do this again. I'm gonna share with you guys my screen because we are gonna do some shadowing. When we're doing these shadowing, I wanna say, if you want best results, you listen, get your phone, this is your phone, record me, record yourself repeating, record me, record yourself repeating, and then listen back to it and see what sounds like me, because you wanna have my accent, if you want an general American accent, and listen to what doesn't sound off, right? I mean, what doesn't sound like me so that you can improve it. So I'm gonna share my screen just before, um oh, I just saw this. I missed some words because 'cause I'm writing for my cell phone. No problem. No judgment. Alright, so I'm gonna share my screen. So it's gonna be a little bit slow, this transition, but I will read your comments a little bit later. Um, I'll say, can you give me, questions and fill in the blank. Let's say fill in the blank answers that would most commonly mm, most commonly be asked in a job interview. Okay, so this is going to help you with this. Be warned though, if you can master interview questions, um, if you can master interview questions and your English isn't that good in day to day stuff, be careful because yeah. So I've had that experience where I mastered the interview questions in my second language, and then once I got the job, I wasn't that good because my French wasn't that good at the time. Okay. Mm, can you, let's say, can you create a scenario? I want it to be specific. I don't like that many fill in the blanks. Can you create a scenario with 10 questions? 10 questions. 10 most common questions. Sorry. Most common questions. Fill in the blank for us. And of course, you're going to have to change it for yourself and make it for an IT job. Okay. Just because it's hard to do the fill in the blank stuff. Okay, so you're gonna be an IT specialist, okay? This is so funny. Um, I'll say fill in the blanks for us. Just because we're okay, no, we'll just make it up. We'll make it up. Now give us these responses, give us these answers, sentences, whatever. Um, but show us the stress. Show us where the stress is, the nuclear stress, any intonation tips, etc. And don't judge my typing. I'm just doing it really quick. So this is going to help us to see the stress, to practice our English, to practice for a job. Okay. All right. All right. You guys ready? Are you guys ready? Yeah. All right. All right. All right. I'm just gonna get my little my marker, which should work. Yes. 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 There we go. Mm. So this program that I use, man, like it's so helpful when it works. Mm, why is it doing that? Okay, I'm gonna refresh. Thank you for your patience. Oh yes, 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 yes. There we go. All right, this is as small as it's gonna let me go. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't disappear. Thank you for your patience, by the way. So I'm gonna try and make it smaller. Yes, and I'm also going to make it not disappear. If you guys are listening on TikTok, it's because it's not making sense. It's because I'm sharing my screen. All right. All right. All right. So these are the kind of questions you will get in a job interview. We are going to pretend that it's an IT job. And as always, if you are are wanting to improve your accent, your pronunciation, get your phone out, record me, record yourself repeating, record me, record yourself repeating, and then after, listen to see how much you sound like me, where you don't sound like me, so you can improve it. And yeah, this is going to help you improve your accent. If you are one of my clients, group coaching or one on one, you can share with me this recording because I can help you. I can help you see what sounds good, what doesn't, we can work on whatever. So let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. All right. We're going to look at this. Oh, this is driving me crazy. Oop. Let's look at the stress. IT. IT. It's not IT. 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 Oh, sorry. Oh, the stress is hard even when I'm trying to focus on it. So IT. IT. And then 5 years. That's what the stress is. Experience. See the stress? Experience and specialization. And then network. Network. Stresses on work. Administration. 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 Ooh, this is hard. Um, Also, passionate. Passionate. Okay. Passionate. When I'm punching up, that's when there's more stress. Passionate. And then solving. So I'm going through the stress words. Complex tech problems. Tech problems. And I enjoy helping users under understand understand technology technology more easily. Okay. Ooh, this is actually hard. I understand how a tech interview could be hard. So I'm going to I'm going to work on connected speech because this is why I'm doing this. Um, but as I say, a warning, if you have not mastered English, like the basic pronunciation, please do not skip to connected speech. It's going to make your accent and your pronunciation worse. But I'm making this for people who already have a good general base in their pronunciation, okay? And they just want to sound more fluid. They don't want to sound robotic. They want to sound more fluid, more natural, okay? So if you do not have a good English, so I shouldn't say that. If you struggle with your pronunciation, please do not do this yet. So I'm an, remember if there's a consonant at the end, I'm an IT. So that's like the it goes over to the next word, an IT professional. I'm an IT professional. I'm an IT professional. When I put my hand out, you can repeat. I know people say it's annoying when I do this, but I'm sorry. I'm an IT professional with 5 years. With 5 years. If you're Spanish, be careful with pronounce the TH, pronounce the F with 5 years. With 5 years of, okay, 5 years of experience. Of experience. I'm an IT professional with 5 years of experience. Something I'm going to say. I'll say it right now. You could see that I made the intonation kind of go down, and then I made it go up. In the beginning, if it's just a sentence, you can make it go down, right? So I'm going to say it as a sentence so you can hear it. I'm an IT professional with 5 years of experience. Okay. But since my thought is not finished and we're continuing, you're going to hear my intonation go up. Okay. So I'm an IT professional with 5 years of experience, specializing in network administration. Okay. So you can see that I went 5 years of experience, specializing in network administration. I finished my thought. It's going down. I'm passionate. Be careful if you speak Spanish. Pash. It's like it's a sh sound. It's a it's the sh sound. Passionate about solving complex tech problems. So I'm passionate about solving complex tech problems. Notice that my intonation is down, intonation, because I made it like it was just a sentence. But we're not finishing it. I mean, we're not finishing it. We're not stopping. We are continuing. our thoughts. So I'm going to say, and I enjoy. Keep in mind that you could say, and I enjoy. Um, or you could say, and I, like, you don't have to pronounce the D, but you can. So you can say, and I enjoy, or you can say, and I enjoy. Both are okay. And I enjoy helping users understand technology. Users understand. So the users understand. Right? So you can see it go like smushed together. Users understand technology. Users understand technology. I enjoy helping users understand technology. And I enjoy helping users understand technology. And I enjoy helping users understand technology. Ooh, this is gonna be hard. Oh, more easily. I knew there wasn't a sentence. And I enjoy helping users understand technology more easily. Okay, now we're gonna put the last sentence together. I'm passionate about solving complex tech problems, and I enjoy helping users understand technology more easily. Ooh, that's hard. We're gonna separate it. Okay, we're gonna separate just because this is hard for me to get you to repeat a long, long thing like that. We're gonna separate it. So, I'm passionate about helping. It's hard for me even when it's short. So, I'm passionate about solving complex tech problems. I also enjoy helping users understand technology more easily. But to be honest, it sounds better together because it's the same thought. All right. And again, if you want to sound confident in your job interviews, like I showed you guys, make sure your intonation goes down. Okay? Because if you say, I'm gonna do this because it's gonna be incorrect. If you say, I'm gonna do this actually. I'm gonna pretend this is a sentence. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna make it sound uncertain, maybe not confident. Okay? Because the intonation is gonna go up. So I'm gonna put my thumbs down because you don't want to sound like this. I'm an IT professional with 5 years experience. With 5 years experience? You don't wanna sound like that. You wanna make sure your intonation comes down, you sound confident, you sound powerful. So, I'm an IT professional with 5 years of experience. I'm an IT professional with 5 years of experience. Notice it? Of experience. Not of experience. No, you sound like you're unsure. So, be careful. Next, just gonna clear this up. Hopefully, it doesn't go to auto fade. Good, good, good. Next, a question you will always be asked. You'll always be asked if you are applying for a job. It is, wait, just let me try to get down here. Why did you apply? Oh, oh, you know what? This is a teachable moment. Why did you apply for this position? I'm going to tell you what you might hear this question as. Okay. Why did you? It might turn into did you? It might also turn into did ya, right? Why'd you? You might also hear why'd you apply for this position? Why'd you apply for this position? If you hear that, don't panic. Why did you apply? Might be pronounced as why'd you apply? Why did you? Why'd you apply? Okay? Don't panic. It's the same thing. So let's look at the stress before, okay? Excited, excited, working, working. Okay. Fast growing, fast growing. Company, company. Like Technova. Okay, this is a fake. This is a fake company. Or it is a real company, but it's a fake job interview. Okay. Insert it with the right with the right company. Technova. Technova. And do your research on the company because they might not be fast growing. Believe. Believe. Um, background. Background. Software. Software. Um, did you notice that you could say software, software, but you could also say software. Okay. So I just noticed that I didn't pronounce the T. Um, troubleshooting. What's a troubleshooting? I feel like it should be here in the stress, but maybe I'm wrong. Troubleshooting. I'm teaching people who already have an intermediate to advanced level. I just got a question on TikTok. And for people who already have a basic, a basic level of pronunciation in English and want to work on connected speech and in a job interview setting. Responsibilities. Responsibilities. Okay. All right. Uh, let's do this. Let's look at some of the ways that this speech connects. So I'm excited. Excited about. So the D, excited about working at a. Okay, this turns into a fast T, a flap T, which is like a fast T. At a fast growing company like Technova. And again, you can pronounce the D, you might not. I feel like we often drop it. So, and I believe my background in, right? Pronounce the D. The D, it's almost like it starts the word in. In software troubleshooting, matches the responsibilities of this role, responsibilities of, you see that? Responsibilities of. Okay, let's practice. I don't even know how many people are watching on YouTube, but I have 86 on TikTok. I might just do a few more. I have 10 people. Can you? I'm a little bit worried. Can you guys see my screen? Okay, yeah. Good, 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 good. I'm going to stop really quick to answer some questions. Mm, okay, I got a lot of questions. I think I'll take a little break from this pronunciation exercises just to answer some questions. So my first language is Ukrainian. That is so cool. Oh yeah, you're the one in Vancouver. That's so cool. I visited I think it's like a Ukrainian or Ukrainian store in Vancouver, and I got some stuff. I love it. I'm new over here. Welcome, Dennis. There are two words in English instead of one in Polish. Yeah, I know. It's so crazy. Pierre Michael Bourdeau. Um, yeah, okay, it's French. I don't know if I want to share the comment just because it has your personal information. Mais pour vrai, si, ben, je pense que je peux t'envoyer un petit message, mais pour vrai, si tu veux avoir des mises à jour de mes services ou vous aimeriez travailler avec moi, vous pouvez soit aller voir mon site web americanaccenttrainingwithjess.com ou c'est possible d'aller sur mon site web puis faire partie de my email marketing letter. Sorry, I don't feel super comfortable sharing personal information on my screen. Hi, teacher. I'm right. I love this. I started learning English like a year ago, but my problem is pronunciation. I enjoy watching your videos and I'm trying to copy your accent. I love it. I live in New York City. I go to school. I practice every day. I talk to my coworkers and people around me still find it hard, but I believe I can do it. Thank you for your help. You're so welcome. I want you to know that I do have services to help you as well. I have my 4-day TH program. Actually, I want to show it right now. Um, yeah, I'll share with you some of your options, okay? Because I know what it's like. I think I have to unshare the screen. And I think I can go like this. Nope. 1 second. Nope. I am having a little bit some technical difficulties here. Okay, so this is for you. But I'm just going to not share this. Okay, so this is not exactly what I want to share, but I will share. So I have different services for people who want to improve their accent. I have one-on-one private accent coaching. To be honest, it is a lot more expensive than regular group coaching, which for group coaching, I have this 5-week program. It's coming up. My next one, my next one is the 17th. So if you would like to join, it starts in 2 weeks. And like I mentioned earlier on this live, since it is a new program, I'm going to be offering a really heavy discount to 3 people, a really good discount in exchange for honest feedback and testimonials. So if you are willing to give me honest feedback, honest testimonials, because I'm starting this program, it's a new thing, I can give you a very nice discount. It's for 3 people and it's just for, as I'm starting this program. So message me on, you could comment here, but it would be best for you to contact me on Instagram, American Accent Training with Jess on Instagram, and tell me that you're interested, and I'll let you know if the 3 discounted spots are done. So you may choose to invest, you may not. It's just something I want to share. I also have accent reviews and Master the Teach challenge. The Teach is a very, very difficult sound for a lot of English learners. So if you want to master that, you want to take 4 days with me. I'm having some group coaching where we have the 4-day Master the Teach challenge. So I'm hoping that helps to give you ideas. Also, I do have Patreon. Um, and if you want to just have group access to me and have some, help with your accent. So I'm going to look at the comments again because I do see that there's more. So good luck. I know it's not easy. I live in my second language. I know exactly what it's like. So pronunciation and accent, I need to know. I can definitely help you with that. Check out my website and you can check out what I offer. I'm not really sure what your question is. So how stressed and unstressed work? Oh, okay. 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 That's a good question. I understand now. So in English, it is very possible to say the same word, pronounce it pretty much the same, but if your stress is off, it is a totally different word. And that's something to master when you speak English because you can say something perfectly, but if the stress is off, it's not going to sound like the word. So for example, this word, depending on where you put the stress, it's a different word. Produce. That's the verb. I'm going to produce something at work. Okay. If the stress, my marker's not working. Oh, it just broke. If the stress is in the beginning and it's produce, produce, that is the section of the grocery store where there's, vegetables and stuff like that. So produce with this is stressed. Produce is the verb. Produce is a noun and it's about vegetables. So, um, little subtle changes in stress can change the meaning. I don't contact people. I can see people leaving their number to contact to have a conversation. If you'd like to check out my website, you can definitely check it out, see what services I offer. I don't respond by messages. Okay. Do I offer online lessons? Also, I kind of shared it. I don't know if you're here, Linda, but I do. Yeah, you were because you've been here since. I do have group coaching for accent reduction. So it's not about vocabulary and stuff. It's really accent reduction and pronunciation. So group coaching, 5 weeks. I have one-on-one coaching. Um, and I also have Patreon for people who want to support my channel. And I have like a group Zoom every month where people can ask questions and I can help them with whatever they're struggling with. So I'm hoping that answered your question. And I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? I'm so happy that you find my videos helpful. That's amazing. So I'm going to go back to the shadow time and we are going to work on um, job job interview questions. Okay. All right. So I kind of stopped here, but we're going to pick it up. We're going to pick up where we left off. So pick up, we're going to start where we left off, where we stopped. So I applied because I'm excited about working at a fast growing company. Notice how the intonation went down because I made it like it was a sentence. I applied because is it because? I applied because I'm excited about working at a at a fast at a fast growing company like Technova. At a fast growing company like Technova. And I believe and I believe my background in software and I believe my background in software troubleshooting and I believe my background in software troubleshooting matches the responsibilities of this role. Matches the responsibilities of this role. Someone asked about stress. So it's not responsibilities, it's responsibilities. It's not responsibility, it's responsibility. So just to show you the contrast of it. And you notice how at the end I went down? I didn't say matches the responsibilities of this role. Nope. That makes you sound uncertain. Make sure your intonation goes down. So it's not matches the responsibilities of this role. Nope. It's matches the responsibilities of this role. Matches the responsibility of this role. You go down, you're confident, you're finishing your thought. And I believe my background in software troubleshooting matches the responsibilities of this role. And I believe my background in software troubleshooting matches the responsibilities of this role. I applied because I'm excited about working at a fast pace. This is hard to read. Okay. I applied because I'm excited about working at a fast pace. Oh my gosh. I'm so used to saying fast paced, fast growing, fast growing, fast growing company like Technova. Okay. I applied because I'm excited about working at a oh my gosh. You know what? I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm going to separate it. Okay. I applied because I'm excited about working at a fast growing company like Technova. And I believe my background in software troubleshooting matches the responsibility of this role. I think I even like paused a little bit just for some emphasis right there. Let's listen to it again. And I believe my background in software troubleshooting matches the responsibility of this role. Yeah, I think I paused. Just to be like, "This is what I do." Software troubleshooting, okay? Pause for emphasis, "This is what I do," matches the responsibilities of this role. Alright. We're gonna do one more. I think I was planning on doing maybe 5, but I think I'm tired. I think I'm tired. And, man, IT just I don't know, it just gets me a little bit tired. Um, alright, the question. You'll get this in every job interview, whatever you apply for because people wanna know what do you bring to the team? What are you good at? Okay? So what are your main strengths? Notice when they answer it, if they have an American accent, you'll hear "what are." It'll sound like "what are." Okay? What are you? And your, rhyming with "for," you'll hear it probably as "your." Rhymes with "her." It's like the power, that's funny. So that was a TikTok comment that I thought was funny. So what are your main strengths? Okay? That's not a question you'll be asking, but it's a question you'll hear, and that's kinda how it transforms. Okay? So let's look at the stress. Strongest. It's strongest, strongest. Problem, problem solving, problem solving. Communication, communication. Okay, with the shin ending, the stress is usually before. Action, destination, station, education. Notice that the stress is pretty much always before the shin. I think it is always. Time management, time management. This is how you manage your time. Example, example. System, system. Happens, happens. Quickly, quickly. Diagnose, diagnose. Fix, problem. Okay. There we go. Let's look at this quick just to see if there's any little connection tips that I want to share with you. My strongest skills are this here. It's a Z. Skills are, skills are. So it's like the Z sound. I know it's an S, but skills are, yeah, the Z. Skills are. I haven't pronounced this. Z. It's going to be like it's almost starting the R. Problem solving, communication, and again, this is optional. You can pronounce the D, but I'm just gonna say "an," "an." And time ooh, time management. This word ends with an M sound. This word starts with an M sound. So it's like you're just saying M for a longer period. Time management. Time management. Okay. This, for example, it can be pronounced as four, like the number four. However, in connected speech, you will often see that it turns into fur, rhymes with her, like her and his. You can choose what you want, but very often you'll see, for example. Or if you want to be very careful in your speech, you could say, for example, because there's an R here. It's like it starts the next word. For example, for example. Okay. These these are such long sentences. I think that's why it's hard to like it's tiring. So when a system issue, okay? So it's like the M starts this word and the N starts that word. When a system issue, when a system issue happens, when a s- when a system when a system issue happens, I can quickly diagnose and fix the problem. Okay? This is a crazy long sentence. There's 2 sentences, but it feels super long. Okay. So let's start. My strongest skills. Notice if you have the tendency to say strong, it sometimes helps to realize that the TR is very often pronounced as the CH, like a ch and an R. Strong, strong. Okay. My strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. Did you notice that with my voice? My strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. Because I'm listing something, the intonation goes up at the end of each like list, thought group, whatever you want to call it. So my strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. Keep in mind, because if you say my strongest skills are problem solving, or so I naturally do it, but if you make it go down too much, it sounds like you're finished your sentence. So don't exaggerate it though. Because I know sometimes when I talk to English learners, and especially when they talk about their class, they will start being like, problem solving. No, ugh, like I always say, record yourself repeating, record yourself repeating and listen back. It shouldn't be too exaggerated, but as you troubleshoot and you listen to your accent, that should help. Okay. But my strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. And time management. My strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. I see someone saying they'd like to book an English course with me. Check out my website or send me a private message on Instagram. Accent American accent training with Jess. Because I know there's a lot of people who say that they want to book a course, but when I contact them, they don't respond or whatever. So contact me or check out my stuff to see if it's something you can afford, and then you can book. You can book it right away, or you can talk to me about it. Patreon is also a very affordable option. Valdez, Lucky. It is hard. It's hard. Okay. It's hard. ITS. My strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. For example, when a system has issues, oh, sorry, when a system issue happens, when a system issue happens, when, uh, when a system issue, when a system issue happens, I can quickly diagnose and fix the problem. Listen to the listen to the intonation. For example, when a system issue happens, I can quickly diagnose and fix the problem. Let's do it again all together. My strongest skills are problem solving, communication, and time management. For example, when a system issue happens, I can quickly diagnose and fix the problem. Good. So at the end of the sentence, let the intonation fall, and that should be really helpful. Where are we? Why is my screen like that? I am so sorry. What is going on? Do you see? Why am I on TikTok? Not TikTok. Can you guys see me? Okay, good, good, good. You're back. So happy. Um, so yes, I give lessons online. Actually, I did see that message before. Check out my website, American Accent Training with Jess.com, and you can see what I offer. And feel free to also send me a private message on Instagram. And I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? and sending love from the Philippines. So happy to help. Now, I think we're going to get ready for, oh no, we're going to have to go on a break. I have a phone call. I don't think it's important. No, I'm not going to go on a break. All right. We're going to start doing some Judge My Accent stuff. So, as you guys know, I do some Judge My Accent where I judge the accent of English learners who want feedback. And I give them feedback on the top main issues that are holding them back, not back from sounding more American. So I'm just going to find some of the stuff first. And if you want me to judge your accent on a monthly basis, if you join my Patreon at my third, I think right now it's the third tier, the highest tier, I can judge your accent on one of these videos. This helps support the channel and allows me to continue doing this. All right, you guys ready?
Judge My Accent, a place on Reddit where English learners can get their accent judged.
Wow, so who's my next victim?
I'm just kidding. I'm here to help you and judge your accent so that you can improve your accent and speak more like a native English speaker with an American accent. Let's go.
All right, so on this episode of Judge My Accent, I'm going to be listening to an English learner who wants feedback on Reddit. So let's listen. While you're listening, feel free to guess where you think this person is from. And then I'm going to guess too. Let's go.
Folks. So I want to share with you from based on my accent. So I started studying English in school in 2005, so basically 20 years. Meanwhile, I've lived in Australia for a year and then in the United States also for a year. Studied English at university, and I I definitely tend to imitate an American accent. And yeah, I just wanted to know whether it maybe sounds very fake, whether it maybe even if it does actually sound genuine, maybe if it can be pinpointed to a certain area, or if it's just a mishmash between like different dialects that I've heard from TV shows or from people that I'm interacting with in my daily life. So yeah, let me know.
Okay, so if you guys have a guess, feel free to guess. I'm going to try to guess. But first off, let me say that your accent is really good. Like I can tell that you've worked really hard. When I'm guessing accents, there's different levels. There's levels where people have a very thick accent that's very stereotypical of their of reflecting on what their native language is. This person here, they've worked so hard that I don't think there is a stereotypical like, oh, I can hear that they speak mm, as a first language. So I want to say that first. Um, we're gonna give it a listen, but I'm going to stop it once in a while. Um, I'm gonna guess, and this is just a guess. I might be very, very, very wrong, but this is kind of fun because it's hard to guess. I think this person speaks Portuguese as a first language. I think they might be from Brazil. Okay. I'm curious what you guys think. Um, oh, this person says Sudanese. Really? Like from Sudan. Another thing, this person spent a year in Australia, so there might be some influence. Um, but there's something with the way that is it their cadence, their rhythm that makes me think about other people that I know that are from Brazil. Also, the way he says English, the ing makes me think that he might be from Brazil because it's almost that sound that I hear Brazilians make. Also, let's listen to it again.
I want to share with you
So I wanted to know there's something with like consonant clusters, I think that just kind of makes me think it might be Brazilian, Portuguese from Brazil.
based on my accent. I started studying English in school.
I started studying English in school, studying. That's kind of a rhythm that I hear with Brazilians. Someone says his English is Arabic. Very interesting. And we have somebody from Brazil. So that's cool. Um, okay, and then
And in classmates. Meanwhile, I've lived in Australia for a year and then
and like there's this kind of like I don't know if I say higher pitch, but there's a certain kind of resonance that I feel I hear with Portuguese speakers. Could be right about Arabic because I do kind of hear similar things. I'm gonna look at the comments and we're gonna see who's right. Um, he's German. He's German. I would have never known. That's what the original person says. Yeah, he's German, by the way. Interesting. Very interesting. If I was to give somebody advice, first of all, you don't sound unnatural. You sound really good because I think that's what this guy asked. Um, I would just say like the rhythm and intonation. Um, there's something that isn't quite American about it, but there's a lot that is American about it. So amazing job. Amazing job. Um, and of course, I will a little sponsored post from myself. I'm just gonna pop this in here. It has nothing to do with this guy. It has to do with whoever might be listening. So first, let me just get rid of this. I know. I didn't know he's German. I was so, so surprised. Anyways, just a quick little promo video here.
Do you say 3:30 instead of 3:30? Or do you say I thought instead of I thought? Or I think instead of I think? Did you know that the TH sound like in this and that and both and think is a sound that is very difficult for a lot of English learners to pronounce, and it might even be difficult for you. Well, let's fix that. I've created a 4-day TH challenge so you can master that pesky TH sound. Are you ready to transform your accent? Click down below and join.
All right, so that was a little sponsored post by myself. And if you are interested in mastering the TH sound in 4 days, feel free to check out my website to see when the next available time is. Right now, if you're watching this live, my next TH challenge is on December 8th. There's a TH in that. If you'd like to master how to say December 8th, check it out down in the description and join us. All right, so let's check out the comments. But 99% like Arabic. There was something, yeah, there was something that just I didn't think German. So it's crazy. Are you guys ready for another one? I want to do another one. All right. Let's get ready for another Judge My Accent video and I will prepare another one. So let's get going.
Judge My Accent, a place on Reddit where English learners can get their accent judged.
Wow. So who's my next victim?
I'm just kidding. I'm here to help you and judge your accent so that you can improve your accent and speak more like a native English speaker with an American accent. Let's go.
All right, so on this Judge My Accent video, we're going to be listening to a post that I found on Reddit. And if you're watching live or even in the replay, feel free to guess where you think this person's from. So I'm going to play this one here and let's guess and let's judge his accent. Okay, there's something really weird about this one. It's a GIF, so I can't really like turn on the sound unless I turn on the sound to another post, but we will do that and then scroll up.
Someone could tell me what can I come across this subreddit randomly, and I thought I would give it a shot. I am not American. I have no relation to the United States or North America more broadly. But I went to an international school for a few years, and I just sort of slowly, unconsciously adopted this accent. And I have two questions for you guys. Firstly, can you tell where I'm from? And secondly, is my accent real enough, or does it sound too fake? Thanks.
We'll listen to it one more time, at least the first part.
Hi. So, I just came across this subreddit randomly, and I thought I would give it a shot.
Okay, there we go. We listened to the full message. To answer his questions, does he sound like a native speaker? I'd say so. I'd say if he told me that English was his first language, I'd believe him. So good job. Um, does it sound fake? No. I think it sounds really good. And no, I wouldn't even know where to start if I had to guess what his first language is. So good job. If you guys are on your accent reduction journey, especially if you are at your later stages, I have a few videos down below that you may like because you may feel like you're putting in so much effort to change your accent and not a lot is changing. It's completely normal. It's a phase in that you'll come to in your accent reduction journey if you put in a lot of work. So feel free to check that out down below if you feel like that's a problem for you. And we are going to do a quick little promotion video for those who want to improve their accent and your accent is not as good as his. So let's check out my sponsored post by me.
Are you an English learner living in the United States or Canada and you want to improve your accent? You no longer want your pronunciation and accent to be a barrier to the job that you actually want. You want to be able to converse in social settings without thinking about what you mispronounce. I'm Jessie, I'm an accent coach, and I too live in my second language, and that language is French. And I know what it's like to live in a foreign language and to know that you have an accent and that you're mispronouncing something, but you don't quite know what is off. I know what it's like to struggle and to have those desires and dreams, and that's why I created my 5-week accent group coaching program, which I also call my 5-week boot camp, where English learners who want to really focus on their accent and have momentum in their accent reduction journey can come together and work on their accent. If you have any other questions, let me know. But if you're ready to go, let's go. Click down below and join us.
All right, so that was just a quick promo video because I wanted you to know that if you live in the United States or you live in Canada and you know that something sounds off about your accent, about your pronunciation, but one, you cannot identify it, and two, you don't really know how to go about changing it. That's what this 5-week program is. So it's really dedicated for English learners that want to really have like 5 weeks of intense work on their accent. This is not for people who want like English courses or grammar courses or whatever. This is really a personalized coaching program where I see what your problems are, what's holding you back from your dream goals, your accent goals, and we work on that. So if you want to invest in yourself, the link is down below. If you want to check out some free resources, right top tips, and I will share with you how to get a free guide that I made just for you if you want to accelerate your accent reduction journey and start making lasting changes to your accent. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you're watching this as a clip, a video will be popping up here. It's not going to happen because you guys are with me live. So, and check it out. You think he's Algerian? Okay, you know what? I actually didn't check. I have it up still. He's Greek. He's Greek. Okay. So he said, okay, can you tell us now? I'm curious. He says, I'm Greek. Surprised nobody got near it. I would have never known he's Greek. I don't know if this is going to be in the video clip I'm cutting up. I would have never guessed. Oh man. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. I would have never known. We're going to do one more Judge My Accent, I think. I've been live for an hour and 20 minutes. That's a long time. I'm going to have to go for a snack, a stretch, and maybe a nap. I see somebody from Algeria over here. But yeah, that's not a typical Algerian accent I would have expected. All right, so we're going to do this. Thank you for bearing with me during my little promotional videos. I feel like a pain in the butt, but that's how I get, that's how I'm able to continue doing what I'm doing now is if I have clients and I make money, then I can give free videos to the public. So Let's do judge my accent. Get ready for the
Um,
there we go.
Judge My Accent, a place on Reddit where English learners can get their accent judged.
Wow. So who's my next victim?
I'm just kidding. I'm here to help you and judge your accent so that you can improve your accent and speak more like a native English speaker with an American accent. Let's go.
All right, so on this episode of Judge My Accent, we're going to be listening to a voice message post on Reddit from an English learner who would like to have their English judged. They like to know what sounds off usually, or they want to know what they sound like. So let's give it a listen. If you're watching live, feel free to guess where you think this person is from. Or if you're watching the replay, feel free to do that as well. Okay, this is clean.
That's on the. I'm going to read one of the readings for speech evaluation that's on the community guidelines. The one I'm reading is Rainbow Passage. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act like a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. These take the shape of a long, rough arc with a spot high above, its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. It is, according to legend, a boiling pot of gold at one end. People look, but no one ever finds it. When a man looks for something beyond reach, his friends say he's looking for the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's the end of that. I'm also going to improvise and just speak normally. So I'm reading the community guidelines that's also recommended so people can tell where you're from about you. You guys are rehearsing whatever you're going to say. So I never get any comments on my accent because one sounds like me where I am. But the only thing I've ever gotten comments on is my speech, or rather the speed of my speech, because I am a naturally fast talker and I've been told to slow down and enunciate when I speak because people can't understand me. And I have years practice time and time again. Sometimes I do get comments that I still speak fast, but I think for the most part, though, I have learned to somewhat enunciate. And yeah, I think this audio is long enough now. Where would you listen from? Where would you think I'm from, and what might have led you to your assumption? Anyway, thank you.
Okay, so I said it was all English learners, but like the fact that she said that everyone speaks like where she's from. Everyone speaks like her where she's from. It's either that a lot of people speak that as a second language or additional language or whatnot. I'm curious to see what you guys think, but I really think that I really think first of first of all, I'm going to share with you what sounds I'm going to say off or different from my accent or a general American accent. TikTok, your battery's going to die. I'm really sorry, but I might lose you in a little bit. Um, she doesn't really pronounce the R's like the American R. She'll say color, air, instead of air. There is, or they. It's not there is, right? Um, she also pronounces the T. Like I think I heard say community. No, she said community. Where in American English, we would say community. It would be like a D sound, a fast D sound. And I'm kind of like thinking she might be from a country in Africa that speaks English as one of its official languages, or it's a commonly spoken language in her country because the fact that she pronounces it as a T, like a true T, when Americans wouldn't. Like we'd say is a potta, like is she's like a boiling is a potta. I don't know, like a pot of gold. She said is potta, unless she was saying part of, not pronouncing the R, and the T kind of goes. It's kind of like a sound, community, instead of community, like a D sound. Gotten, or no, she said gotten instead of gotten or gotten. Gotten? Do we say gotten or gotten? I have to double check that. Um, that's what I think. I think she might be from a country in Africa that speaks English as one of the languages. I like Zachary. I love how you're guessing. Or Musa. I don't know which one would be your first language, but I'm going to check it out. The comments. Someone says, sounds like South Africa to me. So for me, she doesn't sound like a South African, like the typical accent I hear. She said, yeah. She said, and simply because you sound like some of my friends who I met from there. I don't know. I would not know that your first language is not English. You speak well. And she says, that's correct. I've attended English medium schools all my life. So I'm guessing that means like English schools. So I guess that would explain that. She's from South Africa. It's not the South African accent that I'm used to, though. So I'm from South Africa. This is the second comment suggesting someone said Indian accent. Okay, South Africa. Said maybe Somalian. Yeah, I don't know, but she says South African. All right. That is the end of finding that out. But I'm going to do a quick little video for you guys. If you struggle with the TH, because that is something that a lot of English learners struggle with, you might really like what I'm about to show you.
Do you say 3:30 instead of 3:30? Or do you say I thought instead of I thought? Or I think instead of I think? Did you know that the TH sound like in this and that and both and think? It's a sound that is very difficult for a lot of English learners to pronounce, and it might even be difficult for you. Well, let's fix that. I've created a 4-day TH challenge so you can master that pesky TH sound. Are you ready to transform your accent? Click down below and join.
All right, so if that's you, feel free to join the 4-day challenge. The next one starts December 8th, but if it's past December 8th, you'll see down in the description, there will be an updated date when you click join the 4-day challenge. If you're watching this as a clip, as a replay, there'll be a video popping up right here. Feel free to check it out. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. And check out my comments. We're going to wind down, connect, see what's going on. I'm going to read my comments a little bit more here. Jeff Rick says, hi, I'm from Nicaragua. Nicaragua. Sorry, I said that so weird. Nicaragua. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Desde Canada. All right. Someone says, hey, teacher, can you guide me? How can I send you my accent? Okay, so that's a really good question. I'm actually going to put this here. So you said I want you to guide me. How can I send you my accent? All right. So because, how do I say this? When I choose my Judge My Accent videos, they are whatever accents I choose to find on Reddit. If somebody wants to get their accent judged, there are 2 different ways you can get that. One is if you are a patron, a paid patron that supports my Patreon, which I don't think I actually have a link down in my description, but I'll share with you that. Just because that is what allows me to continue making videos for other people. That's why I'm trying to promote paid products because I'm starting out and it's not exactly the easiest thing right now. All right. So if you are interested in supporting my channel and you would like an accent review, I have a couple options here in my membership tab. First of all, there's the $9 per month for people who want to be invited to my Zoom invitation, like my group Zoom, sorry. Get an invite to my group Zoom, which I have monthly, group Zoom. Or if you want to have monthly feedback, it's $27 per month, and I have up to 10 members. And this guarantees that I will listen to your voice message every month and give feedback on whatever you want feedback. But if you want feedback and if you join just the $9 per month, I will review your accent on a Judge My Accent video, public video. But if you would like a private assessment, I'm going to actually share my screen. I'm going to have to share a new screen. Oops. I'm going to stop my screen share and then I'm going to share it again because I don't know how to switch in between my live. If you want a private assessment, of course, you could do the 5-week boot camp. Anyone can do that. If you want a short little assessment where I share with you what to work on, you go to AmericanAccentTrainingWithJess.com. You look at quick assessments and you order assessment. It's $47. And with this quick assessment, I'm actually going to share with you what that looks like. Man, I am not super tech savvy here. You will get a nice little review. So, I can't find it right now, but if you do that, the one that's $47, which it might be more later, I will get you to read a passage, and then I will say which sounds sound incorrect so that you can have an idea of what to work on next. This does not include coaching, but I do create like a little game plan for you. Like this sounds really obvious. You need to work on this. Here are some resources. This sound we need to work on. Here are some resources. So then you have guidance of knowing what to do next. I'm hoping that helps. But for anyone who requests an accent review and wants a guaranteed review, it's usually either Patreon if you want it to be public or if you want it to be private, you can check out my website, but I'd be really happy to help. TH and also F. Yeah, instead of thank you, people will say thank you. I feel like, oh yeah, and if they're Slavic, I hear thank you. If people speak French as a first language in Canada, I'll hear thank you with a T sound. Yeah, so it's very interesting. But you know what? It's been an hour and a half that we have been here, and I really appreciate it. There's so many people here. There's people like 11 people. Thank you so much for all your help. And something I want to say as well, all your help for you guys attending. Something I want to say too, is on my YouTube channel, I have so many resources. And depending on what your like focus is, there are different resources. So you go to my YouTube, American Accent Training with Jess, click playlists, and you'll see different playlists. For example, you'll see common English mistakes right here. It's the opposite. So if you struggle with making mistakes in English, you can do that. If you want to work on pronunciation help, you can do that. Connected speech, I have a whole playlist on that. I also have master stress and intonation, which is a compilation of all my videos where I do live with you guys. When I put the ChatGPT thing and I said the stress is here, intonation is here, I put that all in a playlist. So if people want to focus on just that, they can work on that. Accent reduction tips, all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that helps. Thank you guys for coming. And if you find this helpful, please share this with a friend who is learning English, improving their pronunciation, and especially watch my YouTube because I'm trying to get my channel monetized so that I can continue making free content for those who cannot afford it. Anyways, take care, guys. Thanks for coming and bye.